What up? It's Chess Plays Gabe. You already know what it is. It is day 52 of our road to 2000. And before we get into it today, a couple things. Number one, I had to skip yesterday, unfortunately, because I had no Wi-Fi. So, those mother... And second of all, as you could probably maybe sort of tell, I got a haircut. So, cool. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I'm still kind of having Wi-Fi issues, but we're going to see what happens. We're playing against Yemen 112233, 1579 from, can you guess it? Yemen. And they're going to play the Polish opening. Now, this is what the old Italian man played against me. And honestly, I shouldn't say old. The aged Italian man played against me in a recent game. And to be honest, I don't really know what the right moves are to play in this position. However, I am going to play this like a King's Indian, and recently I actually had a... Okay, that seems like a very weird move. If I just take this way, they go here. Could I take this way even and go here? I don't really want to double my pawns. Let's take this way. Okay, they pushed the pawn. What I was trying to say was I recently had a lesson where I learned a little bit more about the concepts of the King's Indian and how to play them. And so that's what we're going to try to do today. I mean, I could even try to go here maybe already and kind of sack a pawn, but let's go for this. Let's go for the A5 idea. And, you know, if they take, we'll take with the rook. And we will try to potentially swing it over in the future. That is an idea for sure. That is a huge weakness already. So how can we target that? I can't go here immediately. If I go here, they might push. Takes, and then I'm hitting this. And I can also pull this over. Or I'm thinking maybe a little C6. That seems awful. I think let's just... actually, I could go here even. But to go where? Let's go here and see if they want to push. I mean, it doesn't seem like a good move to push at all. I would just go here. And then they go there. Interesting. Now, do I want to waste a tempo to go all the way back with the bishop and then push this pawn? That could potentially be an idea. I also, yeah, I want to swing this rook over as fast as possible, but let's slide my bishop back. If they decide to play this move, okay, very strange. Let's go ahead with this pawn push here. This seems right, even though it might not be. I'm just going to say it is because, again, we have, yeah, now we have three attackers on this square. I mean, we have three defenders of this square. Right, so I could push. They could take, though. So maybe even, well, actually, I could even do this and then this. Let's try to move the E and F pawns together. Let's do this and then see if they want to take. Now, this does just open up a very, very bad diagonal, which they missed this check, which actually would have been pretty bad. I would have to block, but that's fine. If I just go here, what is their next move? If I go here, they might go here. I could also simply slide back. But then they have this square. I don't really want to give them that square. So let's go here. Maybe they want to do this, in which case, okay. Or there's that, I suppose. I'm going to take with the knight. And then I'm going to take with the bishop. And my bishop is threatening this check. So they block the check. I can add an attacker. I could also push this pawn to push here. Yeah, they really should have played this queen check. That was a bad move by me. I mean, now, maybe I should have just pushed my bishop here instead of all the way back, because then I could have put my king there, but that's neither here nor there. That is not the game that we're playing. Could push. They always have this move, though. Just blocks it up a little bit and also attacks my rook. Any kind of ideas here? There are a lot of ideas. Let's go here. This is still defended kind of in a weird way. And they can't push this. I guess they could. Okay, they add another defender of the pawn. So what do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? Thinking maybe if I push this pawn and push, takes, they're threatening this checkmate. So, or that's not a check. What am I talking about? This is not a king. My king is not super safe right now. However, here, is a little bit too slow. They're probably just going to castle on the next move. I can't immediately go here. Uh-oh, and here we go. Here we go, guys. I literally am reconnecting because my Wi-Fi is still being trash. That's amazing. Okay, we're back. We're so back. I really hope I don't disconnect in the middle of a game and have to stop this series. That would suck. This actually could be a move. Because then you're just going to go here, but I might take... Okay, here, takes. I'm just opening this up for them. I don't think that's very good. Maybe I want to stop the knight from coming in entirely. Well, that's what this move does, actually. I don't have to immediately push it. So, yes, they have this. Maybe I just move up. This is a really, really weird position already. Not gonna lie. Of course, I don't just want to lose a bishop here, so I can't just go check. That's right, they do have this move. But that destabilizes the knight quite a bit, although it does allow the knight to just take, doesn't it? Takes, can I sack? Ooh, not quite, not quite. Here, takes. Oh, and here we go again. Here we go again, guys. Oh, it just does not want me to win today. That is terrible. We're back though. Very, very unstable connection, but we're back. And yeah, I think pushing this pawn was just a mistake. I'm gonna go ahead and slide back. Yeah, I think I just have to slide back here. Maybe I just take. Maybe I just go down the exchange. Let's go down the exchange. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I don't think it's ended. Okay, that they do that with a check. That's very fair. Let's go behind our pieces. And we're still putting a lot of pressure on this. Of course, you can just castle now. I feel like they should definitely just castle. They can also just take this. These are all options. Although, no, takes, then check isn't great, but I don't think it's terrible either. I mean, you just kind of slide out of the way. Yeah, I'm not playing this the best way that I could. Let's play a weird move. Let's play b6, completely just creating a terrible backwards pawn here. But it does open up my bishop. They can't take. Now that's interesting, isn't it? That's interesting. I can't go here. I can't really go here either now. They're kind of blocking that off. Maybe here. No. Here. Do I just... No, that would hang this. Oof. I'm also way behind on time. I'm not feeling great about this already. But maybe we just get our pieces into I need to get my pieces into a better position. So, well, I was about to play this, but that would hang a queen. Here hangs a fork. Here, do I just have to give up this pawn? No, there's no way I can do that. I think I'm actually forced to go here, even though it doesn't look good. I mean, but you can go, no, but you can't really attack. Yeah, you can't really attack this this bishop very easily. And now I'm kind of playing a waiting game of like, what does my opponent decide to play here? They play that. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm in a terrible position right now, to be honest. I really don't know what to do. These pawns are just completely useless. My bishop's in a terrible spot. Let's go here and just try to trade everything off. That's my plan. Trade everything off. Here, if they go here, I can always come back. Double defend. All right, interesting. I guess they don't want me to play this because then they would just take. But then I could take. No, then they could take. Ay. Do I push and then go here? No, I have like no moves in the position. I'm also running out of time very quickly. Although if I go here though, like you can't immediately take with the queen because I take with my rook. So I don't think this actually does anything, but I'm kind of again just waiting for my opponent to play a move. I feel like they should play this move. Yep, there it is. And maybe I can actually sneakily come around and be completely fine. Let's try that. Here, and then here, and then maybe here, if they don't take, I have this check. So let's try this. Again, you can't take with the queen unless you just want to go down a queen, which, you know, you could do that for sure. You could absolutely do that if you'd like, but I don't think my opponent wants to do that. I am down 5 minutes on the clock. It's my arch nemesis. Okay, is it this or is it this? I think this actually might be better because it doesn't allow them to push. Although if I go here, they can't push anyways. And I don't see how you can get this bishop unlodged. The only advantage I have in this position is that this rook is not really doing anything as of right now. They could obviously scoot it over with tempo, but I think, again, I would just go here. So they go there instead. That's interesting. I mean, maybe I don't immediately have to move this, but now I can actually scoot over here. Okay, no. I have to go here first. Okay, that's really weird. I don't know what the purpose of this move is. They're trying to put more pressure, potentially. Maybe they're just gonna sack. What if I just went here? Let's just go here. Let's say, again, I don't want to move. All right, I'm gonna make you make the move, and then maybe let's trade queens. I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea. Let's hit this bishop. They're gonna defend it, most definitely. Still moving extremely quickly, which I don't love. Now, that's interesting. I don't think, again, it does too much. I could even just avoid that and just get my bishop on the best diagonal in the game. Why don't I just do that? All these pieces are protected. This pawn may fall. Actually, it will fall right now. Yep, it'll fall. And now we're definitely losing. However, these bishops are going to be really, really hard to get rid of. Really hard to get rid of. They're up 3 points of material. Can't just sack. Okay, that's also very interesting. This and this, I mean, I only have like less than a minute left on the clock. Not sure what to do. I'm just going to play... maybe I just start moving up with my king. Like, maybe that's the answer. But what's the best spot for my rook? I don't know. I'm going to start moving up with my king. That's literally my only thought right now. This actually is kind of a good spot for my rook, I feel. Because now there's no checks. I'm going to go here, here, here. And just literally move in with my king. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Do I give up another pawn so I can go here? I feel like I'm in an absolutely abysmal position. Here takes. Doesn't really do much, does it? Maybe I go here. Let's go here so that I can maybe trade off this rook and then go back. I have less than a minute. I'm probably just going to flag at this point. Okay, let's go here. If they want to take, they can take. And they could also go here, which I didn't even realize. In which case... yeah, okay, so they don't do that, though. Here, though, it's just the same situation. Exactly the same situation. I could even go here. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, if they're going to allow me to do that, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go up here. If they go here and here, I can push. And then I can push. Right. You know what? Let's take... I, again, don't really have enough time to think about this. Here. Okay, let's get the king off. I mean, what? What did I just say? Let's not get the king off. Let's basically keep opposition with the king and say you can't take this. Here, they're probably going to go here. I think I have to go back. I probably could have pushed this. I have no time. I have no freaking time. Okay, that's also a move, I suppose. Let's just go back. They can't really come in, though, is the thing. Here takes take. Oh, here takes. I have to take the king, which would separate my pawns. And let's just do it anyways because I have no time. Check takes, check takes, 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 takes. There's way too much going on. Okay, do I do this or do I push? I think oh my God, I don't know. I don't know. I have no time. I have no time. Yeah, then they just push that. That's fair. Let's get the rook out of there. And then just go here, I guess. I think they're playing this correctly, but I just have no time. Like, what am I supposed to do? No time. Wow, that's awesome, dude. Great. Okay, let's go here. Hitting this. They could probably just push. They can definitely just push. 12 seconds. Yeah. They can just push. They can actually just sack. Okay, or they do that. Yeah, I mean, I have no time, guys. I have no time. Oh, well. We're not getting to 1600 today. That is for sure. Yep, there it goes. And we're going to respectfully take the loss here. As in run out of time. And you know what that means. It's time for everyone's favorite segment. It's time to look at this graph. Let's look at this graph. I don't feel great about that game. I felt very off that whole time, to be honest. 81% accuracy, though. Not terrible. I made I made 4 mistakes, so that's probably where I went wrong here. I played like a 1950. My opponent played like a 2200. Well played to my opponent. They really know the Polish, clearly. And I was playing this correctly, and that actually was not the correct move. So maybe they don't know the Polish. But they did want me to push this pawn. I wonder why that is. Okay, well, we're not going to look too deeply into it right now. A5 was a fine move. And then developing the knight, they actually just want me to push back. Yeah, getting a claim to the center. That makes perfect sense. And that is not the best move either. But that's fine. And then that's a mistake. And then that's a mistake. Okay, so why is this a mistake? I'm losing a pawn. Let's see what the follow-up is. Right. That's it. Yep. Fair enough. Okay, so they could have just forked my pawn. Instead, they go here. And then I go here, which they should have just kicked me. And then I would have to go here. And then they have this really nice space for the knight. But instead, they just take, which kind of equalizes us again. And then I just try to start putting... Yeah, this is just not a good move, man. Just not a good move. They want me to go here, which is a move I would have never seen in a million years. And after that, what? They want me to just push this. Okay. Well, you know what they say about computers. They're kind of stupid. And this was obviously just like, not a good move. Instead of that, I should have just slid back. They could have taken, of course. And then I would go here. And I guess that was the whole... Okay, maybe that was the idea of this, so that the knight couldn't jump in. Then they would go here. And then I would push. Wow, that's an interesting move. And why can't they just take? Oh, because it's check. Yes, of course. That is a good tactic. It's snowing outside, guys. I thought we were done with the frickin' snow. I thought we were done with it, but here we are. It's still going into March. All right. So that's not what happens in the game. Instead, I push the pawn, they push, I take, just voluntarily going down an exchange. And then, yeah, this is just like... It's really hard to play this position correctly, I think, for black. I mean, they did allow me to get my bishop into this nice square, but it's just, yeah, it's not. And then they allowed this. They actually want me to take here. I just thought that having my bishop on this diagonal, oops, sorry guys. Hello, there we go. I just thought that having my bishop on this diagonal would be ideal. Just because, again, I mean, there's like actually checkmating ideas still if I have a queen, but okay, fair enough. That doesn't happen. We get this, and then, right, we get this move. I guess the whole point was so that they would have to take back, and then I could just go here, right? Something like that. Yeah, so instead, I just go here. They can take the pawn for free, and I take, and then I, of course, target their rook, but really the more of the reason was to outpost this bishop. And I move the king, and then yes, okay, this is actually the right idea to defend, and they do want me to trade everything off here. But yeah, here I basically had no choice but to trade it off, and yeah, it's at this point, okay, I'm playing like all the right moves until here. Yeah, and then this is just, I mean, it's just very losing, so I guess like I'm playing, you know, moves that make it harder for my opponent to win, but at the end of the day, I was down 5 minutes, and that's what happens. That is what happens in the game of chess. I'm at 1588. We are not going to make it to 1600 today, but that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this kind of content, please make sure to come back tomorrow, because I will be right here. This has been Chess Plays Gabe, the channel where I get absolutely destroyed in chess, or sometimes flag. And I'll see you in the next one. See you tomorrow. Go do something fun. Hopefully it's not snowing wherever you're at. And, wow, it's not even snowing. It's like sleeting wet. Awful. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.